Um, am I audible to you, sir?
Yes, you're audible to me. This is Dr. Kalpesh Jain here from Krishgen Biosystems.
All right, so how are you assessing the current situation? What's your take on everything that's going on given the COVID backdrop?
I think we're doing a pretty good job. Our scientists, led by ICMR, is taking a very proactive step. We have entered the second phase where rapid screening has been now enforced from 2 days ago. And I think there's a very positive outlook to the whole thing.
Mr. Jain, hi, it's Karunya as well joining into the conversation. Want to know what are the kind of tests which are being conducted right now? I guess there were two kind of tests, if I'm not wrong. One is the antibody, the other is the PCR. Can you give us more light on the testing that's happening at the moment, and what role is Krishgen Bio playing in it?
So typically, the algorithm which is being followed for testing is you do the antigen or the virus detection at the initial stages, which is the gold standard of what we call in our medical terminology as the confirmatory test. So this is what the real-time PCR platform technology which is being used by ICMR testing labs at the moment. And subsequently to this, last week or early this week, what has been introduced is the rapid antibody testing methodology. Now, the rapid antibody testing is a quicker method, but primarily what happens is the sensitivity is around 90% compared to the PCR platform. So it is used as a mass screening tool in hotspot areas where potential disease outbreak is seen.
All right, fair enough. Can you talk to us about what your company is working on right now? We understand that you are one of the few companies that have received approval from ICMR to manufacture the COVID-19 test kit. So which of these test kits are you manufacturing, and can you just divulge some more details about how things are shaping up for you?
So what we've done is we've got both the platforms ready, and we are ramping up our capacities. We are talking to ICMR at the moment to tweak the assays or the testing platforms. So we have the real-time PCR platform, which is a confirmatory test, and the second one is the rapid antibody testing, which we've also launched yesterday.
All right, and just a slightly more generic question revolving around testing. Firstly, do you think that testing has been done to a mass level here in India yet? And are the numbers kind of reflecting that? And how big is the market size here for testing? Because obviously COVID is going to stick around, and we're not going to have a vaccine for at least another year. So the testing market, I'm sure, extends much beyond just this 2-3 month crisis where we need to monitor the cases very closely. So could you just tell us something about the long-term prospects of these products?
So what we've seen is initially what happens is, when you're targeting the virus, you're looking at patients with very strong clinical symptoms. So that is what ICMR does, or any government body would have done at that stage in any country. Subsequent to that, what is done is the mass screening. Now, the mass screening is done with the antibody testing. And for companies like us, which are in the commercial space, this gives us a huge potential outlook across the world to be able to supply these products. For example, we are ramping up our capacities for our real-time PCR kits to about 10,000 tests per week. And for our rapid antibody testing, we're ramping it up to 50,000 tests per week.
And how much of a role does affordability have to play with the marketability of these tests, and also how well they're received?
So it's more demand and supply. The moment we ramp up our capacities and come to commercial scales of 100,000, 200,000 tests, the cost of our raw materials procurements go down. And I'm sure that the test costs will also go down substantially. For example, I see a window period in the next couple of months for the prices commercially to drop to 50% of the existing rates. At the moment, the challenges are also that, we've had logistics challenges to scale up. We've been looking at raw materials, so our prices have ramped up on our input costs also. So these things will streamline or pan out in the next couple of months.
All right, Mr. Jain, thank you so much. On that note, we leave it there with you. And let's also slip into a quick break here on Buy Now, Sell Now. More news on the other end.